y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a quick little ditty on just short and sweet little things you can knit for people for the holidays, because if you knit or crochet, you love to make people stuff. Do they love to receive it? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter because we love to knit it, so we do it anyway. You know, use your best form of judgment here, but I think all of these patterns I'm going to share with you are really, really great options for anyone. And, you know, use your best discretion on who should get what. I just thought it'd be fun to go ahead and like place an item with a specific hobbyist because, you know, if you're watching this, you probably knit or crochet. You're a knitter, you're a crocheter. That's how it is. Other people watch birds. We got our Pickle-Ballers, we got our Yogis. Whatever it is, whoever is in your life, I hope one of these works for them. Don't mind the hobbies if they don't actually do that hobby, but I just thought it'd be fun. So first off, our hats, because everyone needs a hat. Simple as that. But I'm gonna dedicate this one to the Pickle-Ballers because you know what? They're out on that court, out in the cold. They need a good hat to keep their little ears toasty while they're hitting that ball around. Depending on your yarn, I'm going to recommend one of 3 hats. And I've knit all of these and I can stand by them all because they're great knits and they knit up really quickly. First, I'm recommending the barley hat, which I actually have a tutorial of on my channel. Go check it out. I'll link it above and in the comments. But the barley hat is such a great knit. It knits up really fast and it looks unique. I think the barley hat also looks really good in either a singular color or variegated yarn. So depending on what you have, I think that's a great option for a one skein hat. The second hat I'm going to recommend can also be a solid color, or I have a fun one that alternates solid and variegated, and I think it looks really cool. But that's the CC Boulder Beanie. I actually found this hat like a really long time ago and I've knit it multiple times. I think it's a great hat. It has this classic like worm-like pearl ridges on it, and you know, you can find those in the store. They're really popular. They're a popular style and I think they look great on everyone. And then the pattern also has like a cute little pom-pom you can add to the top if your desired recipient would like a pom-pom. So pom-poms are fun. And then my third and final hat suggestion is going to be the quick ombre hat. I actually kind of struggled with mine recently, but it's kind of my own fault. I didn't measure anything and I didn't feel like it. But I do think the quick ombre hat is really cool. Like transitions from one color to the next. I think it probably looks best in solid colors, so 2 solid colors. But I mean, do what you feel, right? We're knitters. We kind of do whatever we want anyway. Moving on to the next one. This is for my birders out there. If you got a birder friend or birder family member, this is for them. You want to get them some fingerless gloves, okay? They're out there looking through those binoculars. Their hands are going to get cold. They need some gloves, but you know, they need their little fingers if they're writing the birds down that they've seen or using their app on their phone. They need their fingies. So fingerless gloves are the go-to for your birder friends. And I have one super solid quick knit suggestion for this. Again, focus on the quick here. I would go with the Maze knit gloves. You can do fingerless or a full closed glove with them. Again, birders, it's funny, but if you're making it for someone and they want a full glove, you can go with that. Maze is actually the same group of people, Tin Can Knits, who do barley. So I think they look really good together too. So if you want to make like a matching set, a barley hat and Maze gloves, go for it. Next up is for your doggo parents. Check. Hi, baby. Hi. Cuckoo. Doggo, check. I have a couple of recommendations for this. Is a bandana, or like a little gaiter for them while they're out walking their dog. Or if you want to go an extra step, you can do a matching bandana and gaiter. How cute is that? Easy peasy. One's a little triangle, easy. You could also embroider the first letter of the dog's name on there if you want to get spicy with it. And then a gaiter. It's pretty simple, right? You just knit a loop. And there's some really fun patterns for gaiters out there. I interrupt your regularly scheduled program to ask that you just give this video a nice little like. The algorithm really likes likes. I mean, everyone likes a good pat on the back sometimes, right? So if you could do that, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Fourth is going to be your in-house movie critic. You know, they watch all the television shows and know the best ones to watch. You're gonna knit them some socks because you know what? Your feeties get cold when it's cold out. I'm not typically a big fan of socks. I've only knit like 2 pairs before, but I recently wore them again because I was like, well, I knit them, I should wear them. They're kind of great. So I don't know. I might slowly be turning into a sock person. I don't know. The perk with socks too is it could be a multi-gift, right? You do family, you do matching socks. They all look the same or they're all the same colorway. Great. Multiple gifts, multiple people, the same thing. Kind of cute, right? You know, if they really like to fish, you can coordinate with that. There's fish sock patterns out there. Want it to be holiday themed? Get a holiday sock pattern. You can go wild with socks. Do they like birding? Oh, maybe this should have been my birding one. You can do socks with birds on them. Do you have a friend that just like loves yoga or Pilates? I think everyone has that friend. I might be that friend to a lot of people. You can knit them some leg warmers. I have to suggest these. They are just amazing. I love cables though, so I'm kind of obsessed with cables. But I have a pair of these that I wear all the time when it starts to get cold. They really do make a huge difference in keeping you warm. And, you know, they're kind of cute to wear into the studio, and then you take them off when you warm up because they're not on your feet. They're not going to bother you. But when you're warming up and stuff, they're kind of cozy, and they look really cute. And this designer has a ton of leg warmer patterns, so all of these will be linked below, of course. But go check her out for leg warmers. She's great. And last but not least, but it's for your in-house barista. They're obsessed with their coffee maker. They love to talk about the coffee beans they got the other day that have hints of cherry and taste of dark chocolate. I don't know. But for your in-house barista, get them a cute little mug warmer. They're so cute. But that's the quick and dirty version of some really, really nice gifts you can knit in a super short amount of time. I would say each of these projects you can do in like a weekend, except for maybe the leg warmers because you have to do 2 pairs of them and they're longer. Otherwise, I would say all of these you can do in a dedicated weekend if you just like set aside a good amount of time to do them. Or, you know, if you can't do that, set aside the week and just like work on them consistently throughout the week, and you should be able to finish these projects for whoever the lucky recipient is. I'll have all of the patterns I mentioned in this video listed below in the description, so if one of them catches your eye, you can just go check it out there. And if you have any favorite gift ideas, please leave a comment. I'm so curious about what other people make. Like, obviously sweaters are really hard to knit for other people if you don't have the time. So I would love to know what everyone else knits for their loved ones during the holidays. Subscribe if you want more knitting content, and I'll see you next time. Happy knitting!